what you consciously believe as consciousness is not your true consciousness.
Religion originated tens of thousands of years ago in early human civilizations. Early forms of religion, such as totemism and nature worship, helped humans explain natural phenomena and the meaning of life. Digital media has become a modern-day substitute for traditional belief systems, creating what we might call digital religion. People place blind trust in certain platforms, treating their content with the same reverence as scripture. Algorithms decide what trends or deserves attention, shaping collective value systems. Communities form around shared digital interests, creating a sense of belonging similar to religious groups. Algorithms in digital media play a critical role in shaping our decisions, values, and even our worldview. They dictate what we see, from advertisements to political content, subtly steering our behavior. For example, they push specific content, influencing our shopping habits or political preferences. This manipulation extends to broader societal impacts, creating echo chambers and enforcing conformity. On one hand, big data and algorithms limit our thoughts by shaping the content we consume, creating echo chambers and subtly manipulating our values. On the other hand, we willingly sacrifice our privacy, personal data, and even autonomy, much like offerings to a higher power. Just as ancient people turned to gods for control over chaos, modern humans turn to digital systems for certainty in an overwhelming world.
We think we are making free decisions, but in reality, our options are curated by unseen systems.
In a society shaped by information and big data, embodiment emerges as a critical concept to resist the virtualization and abstraction of reality. The body, as a direct perceiver and actor, is the fundamental basis for our connection with the world. French philosopher Maurice Merleau-Ponty, in Phenomenology, argued that the body is the primary mediator of our experience of the world. All perception and sense of being are rooted in the presence of the body. In an era saturated with digital information, the body provides a sense of reality and touch, allowing us to transcend the superficiality of data and return to the direct experience of existence. Big data and virtual spaces tend to reduce individuals' data points and behavior patterns, neglecting the complexity and uniqueness of the body. This de-embodiment leads to a kind of alienation. Emphasize the unique sense of existence and perception of the world, rather than being reduced to algorithmic behavior predictions. Deleuze's pure field of forces is a complex and abstract philosophical concept tied to his ideas about nothingness, becoming, and sensory experience. It is often seen as a state of unformed potential, serving as the starting point for creation and becoming. The pure field of forces refers to a formless state of potentiality, where all forces exist in a fluid and interwoven manner. It transcends form and reality, representing a state of becoming. It is not a concrete thing, but a field of relations and possibilities, representing the primordial state before anything takes form. Becoming is central to the development of things. The pure field of forces is the site where differences emerge, serving as the origin of all change and creation. Pierre Huai's work uses multimedia to showcase the coexistence of human and non-human entities. This kind of artistic practice invites us to rethink the relationship between humans, nature, artificial intelligence, and other forms of life. Hui's work often blurs the boundaries between human and non-human entities, incorporating animals, plants, biotechnology, and artificial intelligence into his exhibitions. This non-hierarchical approach seeks to dismantle traditional anthropocentrism. In Human Mask, a monkey wears a human mask, creating an image that is both real and surreal. This work explores identity, perception, and empathy, challenging the viewer's understanding of human and non-human distinctions. Don't rely on concrete narratives, but instead create immersive atmospheres. For instance, he often uses dynamic environments, such as changes in light, climate, or organic activity, to shape the space, turning it into a living, organic field of experience. This atmosphere evokes emotions like fear, curiosity, calmness, or even awe toward the unknown. The work doesn't provide answers, but guides the viewer to discover their understanding through sensory engagement. In my artistic practice, I work across multiple media, including painting, installation, sculpture, digital imagery, and interactive art. My aim is to blur the boundaries of symbolization, allowing art to become an integrated field of forces. Rather than explicitly defining meanings, I seek to let sensations emerge as direct experiences. Art, as a mirror of consciousness, serves as a powerful tool to explore the authenticity of our awareness. I once curated an audiovisual performance in Beijing, China, where more than 10 sound and visual artists collaborated in live acts. Our shared goal was to create a space driven by pure bodily forces, a space where sound, light, and movement transcended narrative or symbolic representation to engage directly with the audience's physical and emotional senses. Building on this experience, I aim to challenge the traditional, reductive systems of interpretation and representation in my artistic practice, creating a space where meaning is fluid and unfixed. This dissolution of boundaries reflects the complex interplay of forces that shape our consciousness and our perception of reality. Sensation, freed from the obligation to conform to linguistic or cultural frameworks, becomes a direct encounter with existence itself. In this sense, art operates as both a reflection and a critique of our mediated experience, questioning what it means to know or feel in a world increasingly dominated by technology and algorithms. As we move through this era of digitization, where even our emotions are often quantified and commodified, it is imperative to use art as a form of resistance, an act of reclaiming the primacy of unmediated lived experience. Art becomes a sanctuary, a method of grounding ourselves in the presence of the real, however elusive it may be.
So, if everything is shaped by something else, what remains unshaped?